What is going on? I'm ZMOT. Actually, you know what? First of all, let's jump into the creator boost. We're going to throw code ZMOT in there. Now, we're going to talk a little bit more about the shop in a second, and the reason for that is if you look right about there, Shock Party has been delayed by about a week, by about 10 days, whatever the heck it is. It's been delayed. That's the important bit. Now, what that means for you is when the Mega Crab's over, if you have instant training, I would suggest going a few days without instant training because that's going to give you the best option for future Mega Crabs and for future warships. I know I'm saying don't spend money. That's going to cost Supercell some dollars, but that's a good way to also show them that you're not super fond of this season right here being thrown back a little bit. Now, I've said this all along. First note, this is just me using conjecture, me trying to figure out what's going on. I said all along that the idea of an update coming out mid-season would be very, very bad. Let's be honest, Supercell does not have a great track record when it comes to having updates come out with no bugs, and a bug coming out brand new, fresh in the middle of a warship season where it causes maintenance and maybe an optional update and all those kind of things. Not super duper exciting. So I said from the get-go that the update would probably come out before Warships Season 40 started. And by the way, this is just me making things up. This is just me using assumptions based on previous things we've seen on the booming of the beaches. This is not Nuno telling you details, and so please don't go say, but Nuno ZMOT said, I didn't say anything of the sort. Now, quick detail here. When the Mega Crab comes, you're going to want to boost your tribes. You can tell that I have not boosted the tribes because that right there should have gone down but didn't go down. You should be able to do it in 3 attacks of just GBE if you have that tribe, making all the difference in the world. 4 if you haven't boosted the tribe, but boost that tribe, get the war factory down because we're not going to have war ships. So my assumption is something out of the Boom Beach team's control. Maybe the app stores have rejected the app and need some changes, or they found a last-second bug. No idea whatsoever. All that I know, though, is that they've pushed back that Season 40, which is a little... By the way, there's my naked base that made it into Diamond. Not awesome. And I know that a lot of you are going to be pissed, but let's be honest. It's better that they push it back than have the update come out mid-season. And that right there, that timer right about there, that is me thinking the update's going to come out in the next 10 days. So keep on farming all of those resources. And really, it just gives us a little bit more time to farm resources to get that resource boat completely full of stuff. I'm going to go ahead. Ooh, this is rough. We're going to have to load some troops, spend the majority of our diamonds. But if you're wondering what the heck I'm talking about, I've given a couple suggestions on what to do to prepare for the update. And I would highly, highly suggest all of them being followed. Also, do make sure part of that is getting your submarine diving, trying to get an attack plan. The assumption is there's going to be a new troop coming to the armory. This is all, like I said, conjecture, conjecture, conjecture. Really, really waiting on some more of the sneaking of the peekings. We're going to throw some there, and we're going to go like this, and I'm going to try to get this thing down as fast as we possibly can, because I just don't have the time or the content to fill a 27-minute long video or something like that. We're going to try and keep this as short as we possibly can, as we send Everspark back there to get that rocket launcher. I've said this once, I've said it a bajillion times. Using your troops on War Factory is a great way to make sure that you learn the skills required to do operation attacks and War Factory, warships attacks, and all the rest of it. So that is exactly what we're going to do as we wait for that next update to come out. This is an HQ 18, by the way, so you should be stronger than this. HQ 18, by the way, does have all of the resources. And by the way, speaking of all of the resources, if we click that resource boat, look how billions and billions and billions of golds, but not quite full, because this accounts map, if we go over here and have a look here, there is a lot of bases on this map. That is why I am not filling up those resource boats. So you need to clear your map. Not touching the resource boat is not enough on its own, but it's going to be enough to get us some of that barrage damage. Tanks, I don't really care about. And also, if you're wondering why I don't have a sneak peek out at the moment, it's because my dev build's broken. A little bit unfortunate, can't go into too many details, but my Mega Crab sneak peek did not exist because of problems with the dev build. Ridiculously frustrating, costing me views, costing me subscriptions, costing me all money for that matter. So not super stoked with Supercell at the moment. You guys are not stoked either with that shock party not being present, but we're going to keep pushing on ahead because Boom Beach is the game I do love. I don't just play it. I don't just put videos out because it's my channel. I put it out because I actually genuinely do play the game. So hopefully you guys are well aware of that. We're throwing a couple artilleries because we need to get rid of a couple more buildings, wasting tons of gunboat energy in the process, and then just barraging this stuff. So, I mean, I know this sucks, but I'm taking this as a positive. The fact is, we have a general timeline of when that update's coming out, probably. I mean, I'm still only 90% sure that that update's going to come out before that timer. I think it would be disastrous if it came out after that timer, or if they had to push that timer again. And I have been telling everyone who will listen that it's way easier to get people to continue to spend their money than to get people to come back and spend money. So people who get rid of instant training don't often come back and buy instant training. So many warning signs here for me. I'm going to get rid of the Doom Cannon, just using all GBE attacks at the moment. HQ-18 Barrage suddenly being somewhat useful is an amazing thing. I'm going to throw more GBE to get rid of that. You know what? I might have enough to actually do one more hack. We're going to get rid of that mortar because mortars and Zookas don't do super duper well together. And then I'm going to go get rid of that mortar for that exact same reason as we get rid of yet another machine gun. We have used a total of 0 troops. We're getting rid of all sorts of things, and it's going fairly okay. HQ... Oh, I just retreated like an absolute idiot. So there is that. We only have one attack left. We are not going to use Vampire Zookas. Do let me know what you think about this. If you think I'm wrong on anything, if you're excited about the update, if you think the update is going to be big, small, anywhere in between. Let's just drop our troops, get them going. Should be very simple to finish this base at this point. I'm going to go over into here. No smoke drop, getting all of our troops underneath that smoke there eventually. Now, you've heard me preach about keeping the delay. We don't care about the delay when it comes to things like cannons and boom cannons. They're slow to start with, so parking over in this neighborhood is going to get us all of the buildings. We're going to do a late flare there, a shock there, a shock there, and a shock there. And then should be able to take this down. HQ-18. Second battle orders did not range super duper well against that far right-hand side rocket launcher. Might want to hack that as well as we throw barrages and artilleries to make sure that Brick is dead. That is going to be all for me, folks. So just wanted to point out something that some of you likely saw, some of you might have missed, some of you might not have given a crap about. Even if you don't play Warships, that Warships timer is still very indicative of problems at the moment. So like it or hate it, it is something that is there. So I figured I would touch on it, and it came out at about the right time of day. So do consider subscribing to my channel. Also consider subscribing to Boom Beach on the Twitters, because that seems to be the best place for the informations. But other than that, as always, thank you for coming in. I'm ZMOT. Peace.